Morning everyone. Pretty cloudy day today. Nice change for once. It's only 20 degrees as well. That's good. Pretty good. So today I want to go through all my detailing stuff. I got heaps. I got way too much. I had two of these boxes that were there full, which are now out here. That is all my polishing stuff. I keep all that separate to all the, because it's not something you use all the time, and I don't want to constantly be going through polishing things to get to car cleaning things. So yeah, that doesn't get used very often, so that's why I want to keep that all separate. But I did have all this stuff mixed up in there. These are all just polishing, different size polishing pads, all from AliExpress. I buy pretty much everything apart from the actual polish, the ceramic coat, and the soaps and stuff like that. I buy from local here, because you never know when you're going to run out, and you can't wait to postage and stuff. Plus it's better quality stuff. But the actual pads, the brushes, I'll go through it all up there. I've got it all there. I pretty much buy everything from AliExpress. I've bought expensive things, and to be honest, there's no difference. I guarantee they're the same thing, because they're going to be made somewhere. So you just get them direct from China, rather than going from China to America and then putting up 500% markup on it and then bringing it back here. There's no point. So yeah, this is my little polisher. Again, AliExpress. Works really good for little tight areas. It's like a little 1-inch. I think it's got the bigger one on there at the moment, but it does do. There's little pads in there, little 1-inch pads, and then 2-inch pads. So I've got to sort all that out. That's got to go back in there. I've thrown already a heap of stuff out. That bin was empty. Just old rags and stuff that I've kept. I've got so many rags that I'm not keeping old ones anymore. Main reason I'm doing this is when I do get the new car, it's going to be ceramic coated. The Torana I've got now, I've never washed it. It's never been washed with water. It's only just been wiped over and stuff like that. It never gets dirty, hardly gets driven. So that car doesn't really count. But my white wagon Commodore that you've seen, that's only just been ceramic coated about a month ago. And my missus's car, we just did on the weekend. I polished it about 6 months ago. Didn't ceramic coat it. I thought not really worth it. But after doing mine with that really good ceramic coat, I did do hers with a spray one, sorry. It was just a cheapy $30 bottle spray ceramic. I think it was Mother's CMX or something like that. I can't remember. It's good, but that stuff doesn't last very long, and it's not as shiny. So I ended up buying the bottle of the Geon Technics. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, it was like $180 for a little bottle. And I managed to get my wagon and her car done out of that one bottle. I had some left over, and I thought, well, instead of throwing it out, because that stuff doesn't last too long, I've had it in the fridge anyway, just to extend its life a little bit. I thought, well, it's not enough for my new car, plus my new car is not coming for another probably year, so it's not going to last that long, so let's just use it up on her car. So that's what we did, and come up really good. So yeah, I kind of want to trim down what I've got here. I want to keep most of it in the shed, back in the 2 boxes, and only bring 2 boxes in the shed here of spares, and then 1 box is going to come back in the garage. I just pull that out, put it near the garage door, and I'll pull all my brushes and everything out. I actually had things in there that I didn't even know. These things, the brushes, this thing I didn't even know. I'll probably throw that out. I'd never use that. Same with that, too scratchy for wheels. That's good for tyres, for the rubber. I had that in there, brand new, didn't even know. So yeah, but I've also gone through, I've actually worked out how to do the screen capture thing in Windows. I don't really do too much of that, so yeah, bit of a big deal for me, but so we'll try it out later. I've got a few windows open on the computer at the moment, AliExpress, to buy some new things. But I thought I'd better come and pull all this apart first before I go buying things and buying things I don't need, because I've already got. So I've got one of these lined up, but not a noodle one. It's a microfiber one. So I'm definitely I'll probably keep this to do my car and my missus' car, and then the new stuff I'm going to buy will be for my new car only, and I won't cross contaminate, if that makes sense. because that car's not going to get driven as much as the other two, so it won't be washed as much as the other two. And I don't want to put dirt from the other cars onto the new car. Bit pedantic, but anyway, it should work. So yeah, I might keep this. I've actually got that one, but that's probably about 15 years old, that Lambswool one, and it's got like stuff caught in it, and you can't get it out because it's hair. So yeah, that might get retired actually. Same with this. So yeah, they're in the bin. So that'll go to general duties. The new one I'm going to buy, I'll show you on the computer. That's going to be for the new car. I don't need any more microfiber rags. So these are those second ones that I was talking about in the previous video. Oh, my back just locked up. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, that's don't like it when that happens. It really knocks the breath out of you. But anyway, hasn't got back to normal yet, but we'll get through it. Yeah, so I want to try and keep. These are like really good quality microfibers that I've just come across, or bought splashed out and bought some good ones. They're good for glass, good quality glass ones, and then these are just general purpose. When they get dirty, throw them out. No point washing them. Use them once, or you can wash them, I suppose, and keep them. But so yeah, they're going to come back in the shed with me. Applying detailers and taking off polish and things like that, they're perfect for that. And then wash them and then put them back in. I don't know what I'm going to do with these, because this rag is just it's too slippery to do anything with. It's not absorbent and it doesn't do a lot. Same with that one. I mean, that's good for glass. I might actually keep that in my computer room to clean my glasses with. That might work out better. That's a car seat cover. So there we go, that's sorted. So we'll just keep these for glass. Even this one, I don't believe that's a glass cloth. It's a bit too rough. So I'll keep them two for these boys. Yeah, so I don't know, I might actually bring that inside and use that for like cleaning inside. So that's good. Yeah, see, you don't need this many glasses cloth. Let's bring them inside. Let's just the one. This is really good, this one. I've used this before, it's really good. For inside glass. Outside glass I use whatever rag I'm using. I don't need this many applicators in the garage. You only need one. So I'll keep one. I think this one I've used before but washed. So we'll keep that. They'll go back in the boxes here. They're all going to go back in the boxes. This stuff, I mean, I probably will keep these in the garage. They're for doing your brake calipers, so I will use them. These wheel woolies, I didn't even know I had them. I've actually got them on the computer ready to buy, but I've got them. So yeah, I don't think I've ever used them. I didn't even know I had them. Same deal. That's just useless. It's too small. Can't do anything with it. I think I got it free in some kit that rocked up. I think it was with this stuff. This thing is useless. So I've had it for ages. The tips come off, so that's just exposed metal there. On my old car, on the SS we used to have, I went like that and scratched the rim. So yeah, that's no good. Plus these bristles are too scratchy as well. The rims I had on my old car were black, so showed every single scratch. The wheels on my new car are black, so yeah, not using it. That's probably not bad to keep for engine bays, so I'll probably keep that for engine bays. These brushes I think are Car Care products, so that's a website where I was getting all my car care stuff from, but the bristles are just crap. You use them once and then they spread out, so I haven't even opened them, so they'll go in the bin. I've got AliExpress lined up, some nice ones like this. This one's not too bad for washing the outside. Pretty soft enough anyway, so I'll keep that. That's probably again for engine bays and stuff like that. That's what I use for my tyres, for the rubber. Don't put that on the wheels because that'll scratch. And that's, yeah, get rid of that because I've got, actually nah, bugger it, we'll keep it. So that'll go for engine bays. This thing's called Tornador. It's not an original one, it's just a knockoff AliExpress one. You put whatever you need in here. That's got degreaser in it at the moment, and then compressed air, and then it spits it out at high pressure and cleans your wheels, engine bay, whatever you want. So that works really good. These brushes are good. I've used them. It looks like I've used them, but probably not since I've had my other car that we sold like 3 years ago. So yeah, good for cleaning out little things. It's like a little rubber knob, and then with that you can kind of make them, like you can use it like that to really work something, or like that and get a bit more flex out of it. So yeah, they're good. That's for leather, cleaning leather inside. It's a horsehair brush, so yeah, definitely keep that. You got any bug marks or whatever on your paint, that's pretty good, so keep that. Like I said, keep that. So yeah, it's just I'm just doing this so I've got a bit of an idea of what I've got, so I don't go and buy it again, pretty much. So yeah, and then this is, it's just a microfiber. It's nothing special, but it is pretty good because it has that bit. So if you come across, it's kind of what this is, same kind of thing as that. You can see there, it's just different colour. So I think they came in the same kit. So yeah, they'll keep them, use them for the other cars. And then your bucket, funnels to fill up the little things, and then there's a heap of polishing stuff in there because I got on the Torana, it's got an aluminium drop tank. I've got a bit of aluminium in the engine bay, so I don't do it I've probably only done it once. So that's what all that stuff's for. And then polishing wise, I'll have to go through this. I haven't gone through this in ages, so that's next on the cards. So I got my polishing machine. So this thing's an animal. This thing's really good. Super cheap auto in Australia, sell it. It's a Tool Pro dual action polisher. I had a Roots LHR15. I think the 15, there's 21, and then the 15, and then another little one. So I had the medium one. That's the equivalent. So that's a 15 or 16 mil throw, and that is like $100 compared to like $700 for the Roots. And that he's got, I think the Roots had 500 watts. This is 750. It's a lot quicker, and you don't have to push. So definitely get one of them unless you're a detailer. But even saying that, I mean, that's why I got that, because of Roots. I did about 10 cars, so I used it 10 times and it blew up. Couldn't fix it, so bought that. I haven't done 10 cars with that, but using it the first time, it was just so much better than the Roots. Yeah, name brand's not everything. 3-inch polisher. Shine Mate does a job, it's okay. Ear plugs, ear muffs, whatever. Super resin polish. I don't know. Look, that's it. Almost empty. That's going in the bin. I don't even know. It's like a 12-volt heated travel mug. You put acetone in it for when you do your headlights. So that's probably not going to stay in there. I'd say that's going to go in here. Yeah. So when you sand your headlights when they've gone all cloudy, you sand them and get them almost back to perfect. You put acetone in that, and then the vapor comes out and just melts that polycarbonate, and it just goes crystal clear. The work does a really good job, but then you have to clear coat them anyway. So yeah, these I got 10 years ago. I really don't do. I used to do detailing on people's cars, and they were pretty not looked after. And this stuff's good. The S20 black, that's really good. This stuff's pretty good. One step, these things are probably going to go in the bin actually. They're probably all dried up like clay. I've had them for so long. This stuff's good. Should come back to life. Show car polish for clear coated finish. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll keep that. I don't think I've ever used that, or maybe a little bit of it. Yeah. So yeah, and this Wolfgang stuff's really good too. Paint sealant. But I mean, once you've got a ceramic coat, I bought all this stuff before ceramic coat was a thing. Once you've ceramic coated it, you really don't need this stuff. You just need, I mean, it does look nice. Definitely, it's a different shine. It's hard to explain, but the shine you get from a ceramic coat is not the same as you get from a like pure Canuba wax. It's a bit different. So, but you put that over the top of a ceramic coat, and it looks really nice. Protects it even more. So I'll keep them. It's all good. This is the polish. So I'm probably not even going to use. I'm going to have to buy another polish, because this is So, okay, wettest looking and longest lasting finish protection in the industry. Leaves no film powder or white residue. Contains no abrasives or harmful silicons. Gets deeper and richer with multiple coats. So I don't know how that's a polish or a wax. Because to me what they're describing is a wax, but it's called a polish. Because it's got no abrasives in it, so it can't be a polish. But anyway, I'll keep it. Again, 10 years old. That's at least 10 years old. All that stuff that I just ditched was 10. This stuff's probably getting on to that. It would be 10 years old, yeah. Yeah, so that's it for in here. The rest is just stuff I'll go through. I'll give it a clean out. Yeah, so I was thinking for my new car, I am going to polish it because I want to ceramic coat it. Even though it's a brand new car with a brand new paint job, it's probably been outside in Japan for a couple of weeks, and then it goes on a boat. Then it sits on a dock here for a couple of weeks, then it's out at the yard for a week or so. And then the guys that do the washing at the dealer, they're just gonna, they don't care, they wash 20 cars a day. So when I do get it, it's going to get a full decontamination. So that's another thing I've got to get, is a decontamination spray that you spray all over, and it turns purple, rips all the iron and anything in the paint out. So yeah, do that. Then I'm probably not going to clay bar it. I don't think it's going to need a clay bar. You can tell, I'll show you when I actually do it. You can get a plastic shopping bag and put it on your hand and rub it over the paint, and you can hear if it needs it. If it's really quiet, it doesn't need it. That means there's nothing, and that's after a wash. Don't do that before a wash. So yeah, after a decontamination and a rinse and a wash, then you try that. And if it feels like sandpaper, you can actually feel it through the plastic, but you can hear it more than anything. That's the biggest thing. And yeah. So if it needs it, it needs it. I've got a clay towel. Is that it? That's it here. So that's a clay towel here. This is really good. I used to use the bars, but I don't anymore because this thing just does a great job. So that's got like a clay sticky thing in it. Does a really good job. Just make sure you clean it before you put it back in. Otherwise the dirt gets embedded in there, and it's there next time you want to use it. So yeah, definitely look after them. They're not that expensive. They're about $20-30, but that's the same cost as clay that only does 1 or 2 cars, and then you got to throw it out. Whereas as long as you look after that, you can. I've had that for 10 years. All this stuff I bought 10 years ago. 20. Yeah, it would have been 2015. So yeah, nine years ago, when we first got our other Commodore. Got right into the detailing, and nothing really came of it. But it was good little hobby actually. Yeah. Cars always look good. I enjoyed doing it, so yeah, it was good. Yeah, and then I got to see all these brushes. These are for getting polish out of the pads, but I don't really use. I might just keep one. I don't know why I've got that many. I'll probably just keep 1 or 2. Post this here. Okay, that was quick. That just rocked up. So I did have one of these, and I said they were really good, but it actually broke on me. So it is one of those things that you put your. I mainly use it to do the grass out here with the solution that I have, so that the dog wee doesn't stink on the grass. But yeah, I thought I'd buy a little bit more substantial one because Concept Works. Yeah, this is much nicer. So the one I had before was just a cheapie, and it's split. This is all brass. So yeah, it's split down here, so that looks like it's gonna. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Quick connect. And it's like a foaming garden hose, and I'll actually use that because I did use my old one before it broke. I used it to actually wash the car, and it did a really good job. Because sometimes you don't really need, especially if your car's ceramic coated, you don't really need a high pressure hose. All you need to do is distribute the foam or the soap and rinse it off with the hose, and that's it. And because your car is ceramic coated, I know it sounds funny, but you can actually use the hose water hose to dry your car. If you YouTube it, it's a thing. The only thing you can't use that. You have to use the water as it comes out of the hose, not out of a spray gun or anything. And you just do it. So you get a nice thick bead of water, and you just straight very slowly over the roof, over your windscreen, over your bonnet, and because it's ceramic coated, it just drags everything off, and you barely have to dry the car, which is good. And that was actually another thing I was going to buy, was some big drying towels, but lucky I checked because I actually have one. So I've got a nice new one there. So the two I've got in the shed, they're going to go in the bin because they're same as that, but yeah, 10 years of use, they've ripped around the edges and stuff. And then I've got a brand new one here that I didn't even know I had, which is the one I was going to buy. So perfect, and that'll be enough. Same deal, these two will do my wagon and my missus' car, and this one's going to do the Nissan when I get it. So just keep that only for the Nissan, and that's it. So yeah, easy. So anyway, I'll start putting some things together. I mean, that's all I got. This is just rubbish. I think this is a paint thickness gauge, so you can see how much paint before you burn through. Rubbish bags, don't need them anymore. I used to go to people's houses and, you know, you'd have to throw stuff out, and it was nice just to keep it nice. But yeah, heaps of pads, drop sheet. Don't know why I would have used that, but anyway, that can go in that box eventually for house paint. Yeah, there's old clay. I'm pretty sure I had some old clay in here that I would never use now that I've got that rag. Oh, these are good if your paint is really trapped. Oh, that's broken, so that can go. It's denim pad with like a cutting polish, and it's like half the amount of time. The only thing it will leave marks, so then you have to go back with another polish or use a one step. But yeah, that's trash, that pad, so that's no good. Cool. Oh, and then those waxes there, they are good. The Fuso 99s. These are really good. Light colour, dark colour. I've got both of them. But yeah, you get a good 6 months. With the car being outside in the elements 24/7, you get a good 6 months out of that, and it feels really nice too. Very shiny. I wouldn't go putting it over ceramic coat though, because it is a ceramic wax on its own. That's the thing with ceramic coat, you can't layer it too easily because nothing sticks to it. So some ceramic coats you can give another coat of its own self, but it's got to be done with a certain amount of time. After like a day or two, it's hard, and if you put another coat of itself, it won't stick to itself, is what I'm trying to say. So you can't go and put a wax, because there's no way it's going to stick. It'll probably stay on there, but after the first wash it'll just come straight off. So yeah, you just got to be not careful. I mean, you're just wasting your time. It's not going to damage the ceramic coat underneath because it's like chemical resistant and everything. But what's that? Oh, USB. Yeah, so that's how much I got into it. So that's a USB microscope. That is just from watching way too many YouTube videos and not thinking about things before you buy them. I've never used them, didn't even know what that was. Anyway, I'll start cleaning up and I'll get back to you when I've kind of sorted stuff out in the boxes, because otherwise I'm just babbling for too long. Okay, all done. That was pretty painless. I thought it was going to be worse than that, but yeah, this is all sorted. So I cleaned everything out. 3 polishes, because that's a little. So I got a 1 inch that does. Well, I call that a 1 inch, but it does 1 inch and 2 inch. Then there's a 3 inch. Then there's the 5 inch or 6 inch, depending on what size pads you got. These are 150mm pads, so whatever that is. That bag of brand new ones fitted all in here for the big ones, and the little ones I've fitted mainly all of them in, but some are in that box there. Bit of tape, bit of backing plates if you want to use a drill with one of these. So this kind of section here is for headlights. That's what that's for. Couple little tools for your polisher. It's nothing serious. What I normally do is turn my compressor on, and then it's plumbed all the way down to the garage, and then every 2 or 3 times that you need to put new polish on, I just blow it out with that, and I don't use those brushes. So I just kept 2 of the better ones. So that's pretty much that taken care of. I just used that to wipe things down, but that was out of the bin. So in that bucket is the stuff I use for the other two cars, so the cars that we have now. So everything's a little bit dirtier, not as good, whatever. Then in here I've kept the really good microfibers, the really good drying towels. So so they're drying towels for the other two. I normally use one towel's enough. Yeah. So that's going to be for the normal cars. These towels are general purpose. They're going to come out and they'll go. I'll show you when I get down there. Not everything's staying in here because I've got another little section there. So what I want in this container, which stays in the garage, is only the stuff that I'm going to use for my new car, and that's it. And yeah, so that's it. And then the stuff I use for the other two cars will either be in that bucket or in the other little section that I have there. And then this stays in the garage. This is just all the bulk stuff that I don't use all the time. It's just handy to have that. You don't have to wait. If you run out of something, it's here, and then you go and order it and fill that up. So all good. So I'll put all this away and then we'll go in the garage. Oh, and I tried this thing out too. And yeah, this was $50 compared to I think it was 20-25. I did keep it. The bit that didn't break, I kept it. I'm not going to keep it. That's going in the bin. Yeah, it's so much better, much more user friendly to hold as well. Being that this is like a nice rubberized grip, heaps smoother action. Okay, yeah, it's cool that it's a quick disconnect, but unless you can find something else that fits in there that turns that into a normal hose gun, it's probably not that useful, I suppose. But saying that, if that is the normal quick disconnect, I do have another foam cannon, but you don't need it, I suppose, because this is a foam cannon. Zero is just water, and then it's A, B, C, D. It did come with ratios there. I've written them down. And yeah, E being the most there. Works really good. The spray pattern is next level compared to that cheap one that I had. So just the spray pattern alone is worth the extra $30. But getting the upgrade to brass quick disconnect, brass trigger as well. The other one was just plastic and it was really grindy. This is just built much better. This bit I think is the same. Probably here is the same, but it's probably got better stuff in it. But from here back, that's where the money is right there. So yeah, definitely worth it streetwise. It's from Autobarn. I think they're on special at the moment for $49. Normal price is $60. I'd still probably happily pay $60 for it. So yeah, I'm going to use that to wash the car more often than the high pressure hose, just because it's not necessary. It's more set up. This is just really quick and easy, and you've only got one hose to worry about. The other one, you got the garden hose, the high pressure hose, and the electrical cord getting all tangled up, and you really don't need it all the time. So yeah, being able to mix your soap and it comes out. I should have recorded it, but on E, which is the most, I actually there. So E is 1 to 10. That. It was actually making bubbles, and the bubbles were floating over the fence. It was a little bit too concentrated, so I had to knock it back a bit. The other one never did that, so yeah, no, really good. So happy with that. That's good. Yeah, so we'll go in the garage now. So this lives here. I don't bring that in the garage because it's not necessary to once a year, if that, maybe thing. But it is a cool toolbox, and I don't want to get rid of it because it does fit everything really nicely like that on rollers. And normally I don't do detailing. I used to do it a little bit. It was a bit more than a hobby. I used to do friends' cars and families' cars, and that is kind of the thing that you need to take with you, because that's what you're doing, is a polish job. They've normally got, wherever I go, normally have car soap and stuff like that, and all that, so, and a high pressure hose, but they're not going to have that. That's more specialty stuff. So yeah, that's why I keep that separate. So I might actually give that a bit of a wipe over with the wet rag. Put them back. That goes in the garage, and then we're sweet. Yeah, cool. Alright, so we'll see you in the garage. Okay, sorted. So yeah, that's just going to be for the two. So for this car and the i20, like I said, this car doesn't get washed, and if I do it, I'll find some really good. So these are like the really good rags that are in use, I suppose. And then in here are the really good rags that aren't in use, but I need them if they're there. They're really good drying rag, bit of extra spares. I've kept all the little brushes and stuff out. The torn it all there, sorted that out, sorted that out. That's for cleaning these wheels. Again, I don't spray with water. I just use alcohol, clean them up, buff them up, and coat them. This stuff works pretty good for the wheels. Auto Glim wheel protector. It's like a little spray that once they're clean, you just spray them, and it just sits on there, and then it kind of sticks and bonds to it, I suppose, to the wheel. And then when you do clean them, it's just a lot easier. The brake dust doesn't actually sit on the rim; it sits on that stuff. So yeah, it works well. So yeah, that's it. I think put that up there. I've got to refix that air pipe. That air pipe should be clipped up there. When the plumber came to put that new line in, he disconnected it and we didn't put it back, but that's okay. Magic erasers, I don't know. I'll keep them. I've probably used one in years. And a drying rag. So this drying rag, like I said, is for my white wagon and the i20. When I do eventually get the Nissan, it's going to be using that nice thick plush one down there. So that's it. That's all we got. So now that I've got a bit of a understanding of what I actually have here, we'll jump on the computer now. I'm going to try out this screen capture thing, see if that works, and we'll just order a few things from AliExpress. I just typed in car detailing, I think, and I went about 18 pages deep on their search, and I kind of just saved a few of the pages. I just create new tab, and I've just got a few pages of the stuff that I think I needed before I did this. So we'll go back now and see what I don't need, and we'll kill those tabs. So yeah, see you on the computer. Okay, so I think I've got to keep that open. Okay, I think I've got it sussed. So I'm actually using my video editor online version to record the screen recording. But anyway, let's see if it works. So yeah, I just typed in car detailing professional, doesn't matter, just car detailing, AliExpress, and that's what popped up. So the things that I've come across, these are really good. I did have one of these. That's how I know they're really good for doing touch up. Okay, so there's different. Can you get both? Oh, there you go, 0.5 and 0.7 mil for $10. That's pretty good. You don't need that. I don't know what I had, but anyway, I'll get them. So I'll do all the ordering later because it's. Actually, I can add to cart, so I just need that one. And then that's the big towel I was going to get, but I do have the little one. But I think for what it cost, I will get the big one as well. So that way, I've got one for my car, and then or because I don't think that's going to be enough. One towel is not enough to dry the whole car. It may do, but it may not. So while I'm here, might as well order it. So we'll add to cart that one. Now the wheel woolies for $7. I think I might as well just get it. I think they're different to the ones that I've got. So yeah, I think I'll just get the black one. What I'm going to try and do is get all black to do the wheels. So that I'm obviously not going to use a wheel woolly anywhere else anyway. But the next thing I think, so we'll add that to cart. So I think it's this one. Yeah, so that's like a little finger mitt. You can kind of see it there for doing around the back of your rims and stuff. So yeah, I will get that in grey. Does that mean it's out of stock? I think that means it's out of stock. Oh, bugger, yeah. Oh, getting the blue one. There you go. So there goes that theory. And these are the brushes. So I think I might just get a set of them for $3. Can't go wrong, and they're going to be better than the crappy ones that I've got. So we'll add them. So I haven't really. Oh, and this is the new mitt I was going to get, and I think I will get it because I know these are good. They're a good size. I think they're 200 by 150, and they got a bit of sponge in them. They're thick. See that? They're not just a wet rag. They're actually got a bit of body to them. So yeah, I'll get the blue one. Add to cart. What are we up to? $57. That's all right. I was thinking about these. I don't know. It's just like a really soft bristle brush for cleaning your aircon vents and things like that. $2. Yeah, chuck it on. Probably works out to be $2.99. Oh no, that's saved. It doesn't matter. $3. So yeah, that's about it really. Um, I mean, there's a bit to choose from, but it's not overwhelming. You don't really need everything. There's some like these brush things here. I wouldn't touch them. It's going to destroy your paint. If you got a truck or a ute or something like that you don't really care about the paint, then they're good. These brushes here look not too bad, but otherwise, yeah, I think that'll do it for now. So what I'll do is I won't put this video out just yet. I'll probably wait and do a bit of an unboxing when they all come in. Should only be 2 weeks or so. So yeah, shouldn't take too long. So yeah, we'll do that. I think so. Thanks for watching. This video won't end now though. It'll end for me in a couple of weeks. For you guys, it'll continue on instantly. But yeah, I'll give it a couple of weeks for everything to rock up, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, cheers for that. Catch you later. Morning, everyone. Just booting up the old weather app. Cracker day. We'll go outside in a minute. But yeah, 22, 45% humidity. Pressure's quite high, so we're in for some good weather coming up. That's inside. Okay, so that's where it started to change. You can see because I showed you the other day. First thing in the morning, it was actually hotter inside than it was outside, and now it's cooler inside than it is outside. So that's good. So the house is finally starting to cool down. Taking about a week of some really nice weather for it to cool down. I might just open up this door as well. I don't know why that's even closed. Just been. So yeah, update on the Torana. So I went to a place called Carco in Midland. They're about half an hour from my place. Took it there yesterday. I went inside. The guy hadn't seen the car. I just went inside. I parked this in the car park and went inside. And he goes, "Oh, look, we don't really do old muscle cars anymore because they tend to sit around." Plus, he was saying that everyone's trying to get out of them at the moment, and not many people are trying to buy them. They're not as popular as they were. So I was like, "Oh, bugger, okay." I said, "What about over east and stuff like that?" He goes, "Yeah, they kind of sell over east." He said, "Let's go and have a look at it." Anyway, he saw it and he went, "Yep, no, we'll definitely take that on." When I told him what I was after for it, he said, "Yep, I think that's a reasonable, fair price." He kind of said if I'd said much more than that, he would have said no, because it's just too hard to sell at that price. I got an idea what they're going for. I've looked Australia wide and mine fits in. I found where mine fits in the condition that it's in. I could get more for it if it had certain things, and if I built it within the last 10 years, 7 years, because within the last 7 years, Wilwood brakes are a thing. This doesn't have Wilwood brakes. Probably, there's a certain thing, like when I built this is what you could get at the time. I've upgraded a few things like the Sniper, the fuel injection and the MSD and all that, but yeah, brake wise and wiring wise, there's a few better things on the market, and if it had those things, I'd be better off. But plus, it's a Holden, it's not an LS. So if it had an LS, it'd be worth more. When I built this was 2007, 2010, I think it was. LSs were a thing, but not something that you put in Toranas. They fit, but there's a lot of modification. But now you can buy steering racks, you can buy gearbox adapters, everything for an LS to go to a Muncie or an LS to go to a Jet Drag or whatever. So it's all out there now. This doesn't have it because it's old. So I've kind of found where mine fits in the scope of things, come up with a price. I thought it was fair. I could probably ask if I was going to sell it privately a bit more, but I don't want to sell it privately. I can't be bothered dealing with people. So yeah, went there. He's a bit more expensive than the other guy I saw, only due to the fact that the actual listing price is the same. but it's an extra $250 because he sends it somewhere to get a really detailed inspection. Apparently the guy takes like 150 different photos of the car, does a full, multi-page inspection, so that the new person, even if they are over east, they can read through this inspection and they know what they're getting into. So when the car rocks up, say in Queensland or something, it's not a surprise to them when they lift the bonnet and go, oh, I thought it had this and it looked like this in the picture. No, it's black and white on paper. So I won't open it because the alarm's on. I think it's locked as well. But I just went through, vacuumed it. I still got to put the back seat in, but my back is still not good. So I've done as much as I could, but I can't bend over in there and start leaning down and putting back seats in. So it's all good. He said he'll detail it. So he said don't even worry about cleaning it. I mean, it's not dirty. The wheels could do with the thing, but I'm not going to touch them. I just went through the glove box, took everything out that I don't want to sell with the car. I've got a shoebox full of receipts, so that'll go with the car. I took the floor mats out because they were pretty trashed, so it's got no floor mats in it. But so yeah, that's going. Going to go to these guys. I'm going to take it there. They were really good. They had Ferraris, Lambos, they had Sennas, they had a few Sennas actually. So yeah, nothing new. They're selling 100. Most of their cars are 100 grand plus. So this is just bottom of the shelf stuff for them. So they no dramas there. So yeah, they can handle that. So I think we got Easter coming up soon, end of March or first weekend in April. Can't remember what it was. It's currently 23rd of March or something like that, I think. So the old man, you get a Friday and a Monday off plus the weekend. So the old man's going to come over. Yeah, so really it's just tidy up the boot with the carpet, back seat and seat belts back in, 15 minutes, half an hour, and don't know how long that's going to take because I don't know what's required, but we're going to have to come up with something to make that carpet back up, and then the little kick panel down there. No biggie. And then I've got a spare crash pad. So yeah, when Dad comes over, we're going to sort all that out, and then I'm going to go through all the spare parts. I've got a set of springs. I've got a crash pad. Dad's actually got a bonnet at home that we got for free, but now they're worth like $1,200. So I'm going there tomorrow afternoon. So we're going to take a photo of it, put it up on Facebook Marketplace for $1,200 or something. It's a really good one. It's never been outside. It's upstairs at his place, kept out upstairs. No rust. No, it's straight as. We were going to use it for this one because my original one was really bad. But then when we bought this car, it had a slightly better bonnet, so we ended up using this one. So I've got a spare bonnet. So yeah. So I've got a few little. I've got some side windows because you can notice there I've taken the key. So you can't get into this car with the key. They've been panel beaded, welded up, and same with the little clicker in here. So you can't break into the car. It's keyless entry. So yeah, what I did was get a spare window, tinted the same. So that way, if I ever did lock my keys in the car, I could smash that window and then wind down that window and open it up. So yeah, I got a spare window. I got a few things to sell. So yeah. But yeah, so he's going to come Easter, one of those days over Easter, go through all the spare parts, fix all this little stuff up, and she's done. Then just got to work out a time that they're open, probably a Saturday. They're open Saturdays, so I'll probably go down the following Saturday to drop it off, and then my missus can follow me down in her car and then bring me back, and this will stay there, and I probably might not ever see it again. So see how we go. I just put all the seat covers. That was a mission. I just put all the seat covers back on this thing. It's really, really good fitting seat covers, but because they're that good fitting, they're a pain to put on. But yeah, got the compressor and blew it all out. I actually pumped all the tyres were low. I've done all these two cars, and then I'll do the other car when she comes home. She's out at the moment, so yeah, put 36 pound in these all round, and then 32 in these. These were down to like 17 pounds. So yeah, so now that's all back to normal. And I got all that detailing stuff in, so that was this video was going to be about the detailing things. So this box here is going to be for the wagon and the i20, and then this box is going to be for my new car, the Nissan, when I get it. So I've already started chucking some. So I've got pretty much all the better quality stuff in this side and the lower quality stuff for the other two cars. And because I'm going to be, I explained it at the start of this video, that's right, yeah, but it was like 2 weeks ago for me, but I'll say it again, I'm going to wash this car and the i20 probably 5 times compared to the Nissan to 1. So I don't want contaminated stuff that's been used. I just want the Nissan to have its own nice new things. It's a new car, might as well look after it. I did get a badge. I think I got the i20 badge. So I bought some, like replica i20 Holden and a Nissan badge. So I'll put them on the front when I get them all in. So all good there. Had a bit of a clean up. That was just getting out of control. Kind of still is down there, but this is all been cleaned up. So yeah, we'll go outside. We got our bed head back yesterday when we picked it up. So that's all done a nice job. I still don't trust the dogs, but yeah, he's done a nice job on that. So yeah, you can see that there. No more peeling, all brand new. So that was good. It was kind of not too bad to put it all back in. But yeah, we'll go. I've just been cleaning, doing washing and cleaning for the last couple of days. Yesterday afternoon, and actually Dad come round yesterday afternoon when I went to Carco. We actually went to the pub for lunch, so that was good. And then went to Carco. He came with us. So yeah, it's good. But no, she's looking good out here. No poo on the grass. It doesn't smell. That stuff's really kicked off. So that's been about a week since I did it last. So that's going really good. And car washing. Yeah. So I'll finish this video off anyway because I've got to charge my scooter up because I'm going for a ride tomorrow. So I better leave that there. So I've pretty much got everything, but there was a drama, as always when you order lots of things at once. So this came first. So this is the big drying towel, and I actually found that I had one exactly like this, but way smaller. This one's actually it's like a bath towel really. It's quite big. So yeah, that's cool. So that's going to be for the Nissan. And then I found that I had one exactly like this, but it's about this big. So that'll be for the other cars. So yeah, so we'll put it in piles anyway. So that's Nissan. I've got these. So these are for doing paint touch-ups. So this one's open. The only reason I got two is that they're ultra cheap. I've already had one of these, and they are really, really good. But I can't find it. I don't know where it's gone. Okay. Oh, that's a cleaner. Cool. That's a good idea. I don't think my old one had that. So yeah, I can't remember what these were for. I think it's like an artist tool. I'm not too sure. But anyway, they used to be about $7. And then I don't know if you know him, he's Larry Casilla. He's Ammo NYC on YouTube. Hardcore detailing guy. He showed these on his thing, and he was doing touch-ups on an old Porsche, I think he was doing, all the stone chips, and it came up really good. And then all of a sudden, I managed to get one for $10. That's the one I've lost. But about 2 weeks after that video came out, I went to buy another one because I thought these are really good. I'll get a spare one, and all of a sudden they're $40. So yeah, I don't think he even got paid to like promote that product or anything. But yeah, he made a big difference to their sales, and they must have done so. The only difference with these two is one's 0.5. Yeah, one's 0.5 and one's 0.7. So that's the only difference there. So they're just handy to have. You can buy, touch-up paint from the dealer and then bung it in. That's going to be for the Nissan. So that's for doing the rims, around the back of the rims. It's always important to have separate pads for your rims and separate pads for your paint. So that way you're not putting brake dust on your paint. You definitely don't want that. So yeah, that's all that is. This thing rocked up. So what happened was, I ordered wheel woolies. They sold this as well. So it was an ad listing for this, or one wheel woolly, or 3 wheel woolies, and I bought 3 wheel woolies. But then this rocked up. So I took a photo and I said, look, I got the wrong thing. Just give me a refund. And no joke, I reckon 10 minutes later I had the money. They refunded me the money. There was no dispute. There was nothing. I just took a photo of that and I said, look, I ordered that and got this, and 10 minutes later I had the money. So I got my $20 back, because that's definitely not worth $20. And then I reordered from someone different a 3 set of wheel woolies, which are going to be for the Nissan. So they're going to go in that pile when I get them. I haven't got them yet. This you could probably... So this is going to be for the Nissan as well. This has got some really, not hard foam, but pretty stiff foam. but that's for the body. That's just a nice wash mitt for the body, for the Nissan. And then this thing, I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I just gave my dad one because I had one in a set, and yeah, so I just gave him one, so I don't know what I'm going to use this for. But I may keep it. I might just keep it for the other cars. That'll be good. That's the badge, the i20 badge that's going to go on the bucket, so that'll go there. And then I got, this thing was really cheap. I think I had a case. Originally I had a case, maybe not. But it's like really fine hair for cleaning your aircon vents. So Nissan only. And then these brushes, I thought they were a lot softer, but they're like a nylon paintbrush almost. So I wouldn't go using these on the paintwork because they will scratch the paint. I've got a horsehair brush already in the box for the Nissan stuff, so that's going to get used to do the tighter places around the badge and all that stuff on the body, because I know it won't scratch. It might even pay just to get something else that's soft like that, but the horsehair brush is quite soft, so I'll keep that for the body. These are good for the interior, for dusting the seats and stuff like that, but you can see they're already falling apart. They're just cheap stuff, so I'll keep them for the other car. Doing rims on the other cars, they'll be fine for that, but I'm not going to use them on the Nissan just because they're too hard. So that's it. Apart from the wheel woolies, I only just got this stuff yesterday, so that came instead of the original wheel woolies. So the other wheel woolies are like probably 2 weeks away, week and a half, 2 weeks away. So didn't want to wait to make the video, so I thought I'd just put it out now. But that's all the stuff, and I've already got a lot of other stuff, but that's all I need now. I don't need to buy anything else. When I was cleaning out the Torana, I come across a sunshade for the windshield, so that'll go in the new car. I've already got it in the box there. And really, that's about it. I'm not going to go stupid. Normally, what I do, I'm sure you guys have noticed, like I'll buy that scooter, and then before I've even got the scooter, I'll go and buy a lock, a bag, a fast charger, a new light, handlebar thing for your phone, like every accessory. I do it all the time. I did it with this, pump, you open that bag, there's all sorts of stuff in that bag, the bag, the suspension seat post, water bottle, it's stuff you need, but I just go stupid and buy everything. I did it with that scooter, did it with the bike, I do it with everything. So, I'm going to try not to do it with the car, because I don't want to ruin it, and I don't want to like rice it out, if you know what I mean. I don't want to go doing like underglow lights and just distasteful things to it. I am going to modify it, but not to that extent of an 18-year-old. I'm 40. Or 41. I'm trying to keep the mindset of a 41-year-old to do the mods to it, and not go back to my youth and do what I did to the Torana. Because if you've seen the Torana, that's from when I was like in my 20s doing all that up. So yeah, I really don't want to. I mean, the Torana's nice, but you can see the interior. I mean, that interior as an 18, or I think I was 18, 19 when I did that interior, looked boss. But it's not. If I had my choice again, I would have done it original. I used to have like a tiny little steering wheel, but I've gone back to the original steering wheel. Actually, that center console that's in the Torana, I had one. Took it out, cut all the brackets out of that car, and fire extinguisher went in the middle, because I thought that was killer. That looked like you raced the car. And then, 5 years ago, I went to Rare Spares and spent $700 to get a new mount kit and a new center console. So yeah, your tastes change, definitely. I'm glad I did what I did, but I'm going to try not to do stupid things like that to the new car. Not that I'm going to rip out the center console in the new car. The Torana's a little bit easier to work on, but yeah, I'm talking a stupid exhaust. I don't want a loud exhaust. I just want a good sounding exhaust. And I'm not even trying to think about it in my head. I'm just going to try and put up with the factory exhaust as is, and leave it. But then in my other mind, I'm like, well, I could go a little bit faster and sound a bit nicer if I put a bigger exhaust. But I'm like, but what for? I'm only going to drive it on the road. I'm not going to race it around a racetrack or anything. Rims, I like the rims, so they're not getting changed. You look at it and you go, yeah, I could lower it 20 mil, and then the other side of me goes, but what for? It's going to scrape every time I come up the curb here on the driveway. Who cares what it looks? I can't see what it looks like from the outside. I'm not going to lower it for other people to look at. So yeah, so I've got to just always go back to my true age mindset and not 20 years ago, if that makes sense. So yeah, and I'm just going to try and keep it as stock as possible. About the only thing I will change is the subwoofer in the back. Apparently it's not very good at all. But again, I drove that one and I did muck around with the stereo for 2 seconds, and and it sounded fine to me. So I don't know if the people are complaining about it and they're coming from like the stereo that I've got in the Tirana and thinking that this thing's going to sound like that, because it ain't. It's not going to. It's got two 5-inch subs in it. You know, it's not going to sound like two 12-inch subs with 1,000 watts. Yeah, it just doesn't work. So yeah, I'm going to put up with everything for a good 6 months before I start exhaust lowering. Probably even a year. I wouldn't mind to keep it stock for a year and just put up with it. They're going to tint it straight away, so that's that's the first mod I'll do. But yeah, I'm going to try and just live with it for a year, and then after a year go, yeah, no, this really irritates me, it's too high, I want to lower it, or not, or it's too quiet, I'm going to put an exhaust on it, or no, I'm quite happy with the exhaust, it doesn't drone, it's not too loud, doesn't attract attention, and really nice. So yeah, I'm just going to detail it. I'm going to polish it. I've got my polish kit ready to go. I had a big clean out in that the other week. The only thing I've got to get is some decent polish, because all the polish I've got is for not heavily swirled paint, but mildly swirled paint. I need some polish for a brand new car, which you can buy. So that's about the only thing I'm gonna get for it, is some brand new car polish paint, just to jewel it up a bit, make it a bit more shinier, and then I'm gonna ceramic coat it. So yeah, that detailing stuff. The inside's going to be immaculate when I get it, because I've paid for it to have ceramic coated whole interior. So obviously it's not going to be dirty, so they'll give it a good vacuum and then ceramic coat it. So that's going to stay. I don't need to touch the inside. It's going to be tinted, so it's up to me to do the outside. So that'll be good. And I'm going to do the wheels too. I'm going to take the wheels off, polish the inside of the barrels up, polish the face of the wheel up, and then ceramic coat that as well. I'm thinking when I do get the car, I might even take a week off work, and that way I can do all this kind of straight away, and I'll have the polish here, I'll have the ceramic coat here, I'll take both cars out and put that in the middle of the garage and maybe just jack it up. I'll run it up. I still haven't got those ramps yet. The lady had an accident, she hasn't posted them yet, so they're on their way. Well, they're not on their way, she hasn't even posted them, but they're probably another 2 weeks away. But yeah, I'll probably jack it up, all 4 wheels off, and start working on it like that. And while it's high and up on the jacks, I'll get it up nice and high. I might polish the sides of the door and up to the window line kind of thing, or the side of the car, and it's going to be a bit higher, a bit easier on the back. And then I'll ceramic coat that and do all that, and then do the wheels, put the wheels back on, drop it down, and then do the roof. And so I'm thinking that's a good little workflow for that. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking, take a week off, and that way, because I whinge about my back all the time, there is no way I can do that car in, it'll probably take me 2 days. If I had a wicked back, not sore, and I could do full 8-hour days or 10-hour days on it, yeah, because it's going to need decontamination, it's going to need a wash, then dry it, then polish it. Hopefully only single stage polish. That's why I want to get the right polish, because if I use the polish I have, it will come up nice, but it's going to leave micro like swirls in it. So then you'd have to do it again with a lower grade polish to jewel it up to get rid of those swirls, and it's a brand new car. So I'm just going to go straight to that final step rather than using the intermediate step. So yeah, there's a day there just in polishing. I mean, it is a small car, and I haven't done a small car like that before. So, or maybe my missus's car's got about the same, but that's still a 4-door. This is only a 2-door, so yeah, square meterage wise, it's probably the same, but it's going to be a bit easier on the Nissan just because it's got 2 less doors to do. So yeah, so that'll be the thought process in that, is to take a week off and just do 4 or 5 hours a day. And yeah, I mean, even if I could get it jacked up, get the wheels done the first day, polished and ceramic coated, and then the next day do the right around the side of the cars while it's up on stands. Then the next day put the wheels back on and lower it, and then do the roof, That would be, so 3-4 days. I'd envisage 3 or 4 days for me. If you're a normal person with a normal back and you know the workflow and not have to think about things too much, it'd probably take you the same. But yeah, if you've got a good back, you could probably knock it out in 2 days, even a day. I mean, if you had someone to help you, you could do it in a day. But you do it in a day, you're going to be rushing it. So there's no point rushing it. So yeah, I'll just do it in 3 to 4 days. Take the week off, and then enjoy driving it. And don't have to worry about it too much after that. It'll kind of look after itself. I'm going to try and rack the Ks up pretty quick because you've got a 2,000k run-in period with it. So you're not allowed to. I mean, you can do what you want, but I'm not going to go past 4,000 RPM. That's what it says. Don't go past 4,000 RPM for 2,000 kilometers. So I'll have to rack up a few Ks quickly. So we'll just go on some nice long rides. And that's another thing, when you are running in an engine, you shouldn't. I've run in 3 engines on the Torana. You shouldn't just sit at the same speed. So going on a long road trip is probably like the worst thing you could do to a brand new engine, because you're just sitting at a constant speed, and that's not what. The rings don't bed in properly. They'll bed in at that speed only. So the best thing you can do is go and find some big hills and labour the engine. So if you normally go up the hill in second, do it in third and fourth or fifth, and not for a long time, but labour the engine to get up there, and then drop it back a few gears, vary your speed, do all that. Definitely do that for the first 500 Ks. I don't know about the 2,000, that seems like a long time. I've never run in an engine for 2,000 Ks. Yeah, so the first 500, definitely do that. Work all the gears. Do a couple not hard accelerations, but like some nice pulls. You don't want to be gentle with it too much, because you've got to do it eventually, so you might as well do it then. But I'm not talking about taking it to redline every gear, just some nice pulls up to 4, 5, 6,000, or it redlines at 7, so you probably don't want to go to 6. So yeah, 4 or 5,000. Labour the engine going up and down hills, vary your speed all the time, never sit on the same speed. Towards the end of that 500 Ks, or maybe just after the 500, let it idle for a bit. And you don't want to do any short runs within that 500 Ks as well. You want to go for at least 45 minutes to an hour. You want everything to get nice and hot and wear in nicely. Don't change your oil. That's an important one. If you put run-in oil in your car, which this Nissan has, I've been reading all the forums, and all the people that think they know everything about everything in the world and want to say what they do and think that it's right, they're all saying, oh yeah, I got my car, I looked after it, and then at 1,000 kilometers or 2,000 kilometers, I've dropped the oil and I put fresh oil in, thinking that they're doing the righty by the car, but you're not, because the car has running oil in it from Nissan, and they want that oil to be in there for 10,000 Ks. I'd never leave it in there for 10,000 Ks, not for the first oil change, not even for any oil change after that. I wouldn't leave it in for 10,000. But definitely 5,000. I'm going to leave my first tank of oil in there, first fill of oil that comes from the factory. That's going to be in there for 5,000 Ks. So yeah, definitely 5,000, maybe 3. I don't know, but definitely not 2 or 1. Well, the neighbours are going sick. 4 or 5,000. I'll be thinking about changing the oil then. The oil from factory has more zinc in it. It's got more additives in it and everything that aids it in bedding. So people drop the oil, see all this sparkly stuff in the oil, and go, oh, thank God I've dropped it at 500 kilometers, That's the zinc. You've just taken all the zinc out of the oil. Not the best thing you could have done. So yeah, and everyone's going, oh, I'm going to use this oil or that oil. I'm going to go from the 5W30 to 0W20. Just go to Nissan, tell them what car you got, and buy the oil and the filter from Nissan. Bring it home. Just buy 5 litres of oil, however much oil it needs. You need a crush washer for the sump plug, and you need an oil filter. Write down, like I've already said in a previous video, write down the part numbers for all of those things, because that's all you're going to need if you're handy. If you're not handy, you're going to go to the dealer, and don't go to the dealer every 10,000 like what they say. Go every 5 or maybe 7,000. Depends how you drive it. If you're going to drive it hard and take it to the track every now and again, do it every 5,000. If you're going to putt around the city, do it every 7. Don't let it go any more than 7,000 kilometers, not miles. So yeah, you could you just got to be a bit savvy with things like that, and don't believe everything you read on the internet. That's for sure. So yeah, if you want to read some funny comments, there's a post on the Australian Nissan Z website. I can't remember which one, on Facebook, and all these know-alls thinking it's a good idea to change it. Well, back in the day it was, and it's a bit funny. Nissan should really, they know that those cars are going to get pretty hammered like straight away. So really, that engine should be going on a dyno in the factory and run in on the dyno, then change oil and filter and put some decent oil in, and then say, take it easy for 1,000 k's. That way you bed the diff in and the gearbox, the engine's already run in. Everything has to bed in together, and then go for it. Go do whatever you want, take it up to the red line, whatever. And also it should be electronically limited like the Corvettes are. For the first 2,000 k's, I think they are. They're only limited. You can't go past 5,000 or 4,000 RPM, and that's what they should be doing in those cars. Because that is the reason I'm buying a brand new one and not a second-hand one. That's the only reason. Well, one reason is I want that colour and interior combo and the colour that I want. But I would definitely be able to find that colour and interior second-hand if I waited long enough, which would mean probably waiting less than what I'm waiting for the new one anyway. But the main 90% reason, and if I was going to buy a second-hand one, I wouldn't even, I'd go white or that light silver or the bolder grey, or blue even. I'd be happy with an array of colours if I was going to buy a second-hand one for $20,000 cheaper. But the main reason I'm buying that new is I know no one's put their hoof into it at like 10 kilometres old and just rev the crap out of it. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. That should be limited, that car. So, but anyway, that's not for me to decide. But anyway, any performance car, like you go and buy a Camry, whatever, no one's really going to thrash that. Plus, you can't really thrash it anyway. But yeah, performance car, twin turbo V6, that should be hard limited, computer limited to the kilometres. So at 2,000 k's, then the limiter comes off and you can go to 7,000. It'd be a lot easier, and also run the engine in on the dyno in the factory. Don't let the customer do it. Because if when I drove that one, it had 5 kilometres on the clock. When I was looking at buying, when I went up the road there to put my name down, literally had 5 k's on the clock. Had dealer plates. The guy had to go put fuel in it because I didn't have any fuel. And the guy there's telling me, yeah, get into it. They go really good. And I'm like, I'm not gonna thrash this. It's got 5 kilometres on the clock. What are you talking about? Even though it's not my car, I just couldn't do that to a car. But other people would, and that's what I don't want to end up with, because it could cause you problems in the future. Plus, I want the peace of mind that pretty much every kilometre on that car I've been responsible for, and I know it's good. So if something goes wrong, I know it's not how I've run it in, because I'm going to run it in properly. But anyway, that's enough babbling. I think the missus is going to be back soon, so I'm going to go check her tyre pressures when she rolls in, like a little pit stop. And then I don't know what we've got for the rest of the weekend. Not a lot, I don't think. Bugger all, I think. Just take it easy, going out tomorrow. And they're going to watch Formula 1 in Melbourne this weekend, so we're going to be watching that. I think my niece and nephew coming around tomorrow, and make a nice lunch, and then watch Formula 1 for the afternoon, so that'll be good. Might even go and watch a little bit of it now. It'll be qualifying and things like that, so might go and do that. But anyway, that's all the detailing stuff. So if you look, I'm not going to make a video on detailing a car. There is absolutely millions of videos on YouTube about detailing a car, but I've just watched a few of them, or a lot of them, and I've just come up with the best way that I think. That's a drying towel, but I've also got an air blower that'll dry your car as well. Plus, with the ceramic coat, you can dry it with the water. I know it sounds funny, but it's a thing. You can look it up. So that's probably won't get used that much, but it will be there every time I wash the car, just in case you miss some with the air blower. But that works really good, the air blower, and it's good for like doing the rims and stuff. You don't have to take 5 minutes to like try and wash or dry every nook and cranny in the rims. You can just quickly blow it out. It's got a big nozzle on it, like a 2-inch nozzle, and it just all the water just blows off. It works well on any car, but it works better on a ceramic coated car. It's half the time, and the water just flies off when a car's ceramic coated. If it's not ceramic coated and it's pretty rough paint, you're probably not going to go to that effort to use an air blower because your paint's trash anyway. So it's mainly if your car's ceramic coated and looked after. That's how you. I mean, this is not going to scratch paint, but if you use a crappy towel, you can swirl the paint. That's when you're going to do your damage, is washing it. So that's why you always do a pre-soak and a rinse, and then put new soap on, and then wash your car. And don't press too hard on this. So that's one way to scratch it. Get micro swirls in. The next way, because the car's dirty at that stage, so that's pretty dangerous. And then the next way is using a low quality, hard, crappy rag. That'll scratch your car as well. Yeah, so that's my take on it. Anyway, and I've had one new car, the Torana, and now the wagon looking like brand new, and I've never put swirls on a car. They've all lasted from the first time I polished them to when I sold the Commodore. The Torana's got not one swirl mark on it. Not that I washed that car, so that's probably even the most dangerous car to do, because you're not washing it, you're not using water as a lubricant or soap as a lubricant. You're doing a waterless wash, and that's not scratched. And the Commodore we used to have, that had like dark green paint, which is almost just as bad as black, and that had not one swirl mark on it. So it worked. We had that car for 6 years, and I never put a swirl mark on it. So yeah, worked really well, the method that I use. So I probably will do a couple videos, not instructional, but just watch how I do it, and it kind of works for me, so it should work for someone else if you do it similar. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to call it. I'm getting a sore throat. I need to go and have a drink of water or something. It's almost lunchtime, so I think we're going out for lunch, so all good. But anyway, yeah, you can see it's a really nice day. Yeah, mate, is your mum home yet? Yes, the number says. He's a naughty boy. Have you been in the garden? Give me a look.
Yep. Dexter.
You're going to have to wash your face now, mate. 22. That's perfect. That's my favourite temperature. Yeah, but yeah, nice day. No clouds at all. Nah, not a cloud. Spot on. Anyway, it's days like this I wish I never sold the jet ski, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks for watching the detail video, and we'll catch you later.